Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my law firm assists dentists and dental associates with employment contract issues. Today I'm going to talk about what a 1099 dentist is. So there are kind of two ways you can work for a dental practice, either as an employee, or you would receive a W-2 and taxes are withheld, or you'd be an independent contractor and then you would receive a 1099 at the end of the year and no taxes are withheld from it. You would just receive all the compensation that was agreed to. And then the dentist would be responsible for either paying taxes quarterly or at the end of the year. So if you are an independent contractor, kind of what are some of the benefits and disadvantages of that? Well, the advantages are you can deduct almost all of the business expenses that would go into working as a dentist. So mileage, car expenses, cell phone, supplies, malpractice insurance, you can depreciate assets, all of the licensure, DEA registration, those types of things. So normally a dentist would create an LLC, they create a bank account, they get an EIN, and then they would then run everything through that. So all of the expenses would go through that, all the compensation would go through that, and then you just take draws when you want to, use the money for yourself. There are situations where it doesn't make sense to be an independent contractor. So as an employee, you get all of the ancillary benefits that come with it. So health, vision, dental, disability, life, retirement. They're going to pay for your dental license, DEA registration, continuing education, your malpractice premium. Maybe if you have a claims-made policy, they'll pay for your tail as well. So they're going to pay for a ton of things and make it relatively easy for the dentist to just opt into those things. Whereas if you're an independent contractor and you aren't an employee anywhere and you need those things, you're going to be responsible for securing them for yourself. And then some dentists just simply don't want to do that or are just uninterested in spending all of the time in creating the LLC and running it as a business and that type of thing. So for some people, they love it to have kind of the freedom of being an independent contractor. However, there are many others that find it completely cumbersome and absolutely not worth their time. So is one better than another? It would depend upon the situation. So ideally, an independent contractor would likely be working, probably part-time or at least at their own, kind of pace, meaning they could work as much as they want or as little as they want, as long as they worked it out with the dental practice. As an employee, for most dentists, you're either paid a straight base salary, or they would receive a percentage of their net collections. Daily rates are very common for dental associates as well. And then all the taxes would be taken out of that. And then, as I said before, they would just pay for all of the things necessary to be a dentist. If you have a complete set schedule, and let's just say you're working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, maybe you have a little bit of call responsibilities for emergency after hours situations. In that scenario, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to be an independent contractor. If the employer is asking you to do that, in my opinion, it's most likely that they just don't want to pay employment tax, and they're kind of passing that on to the to the dentist. So if you have no control over your schedule, if you have no control over the supplies, the staff, any of that kind of thing, you're likely an employee or a quasi-employee. The IRS releases like a 20-factor test that kind of goes through, all right, well, if this is part of the employment relationship, you're probably an employee, or if this is part of it, you're probably an independent contractor. If you just Google like 20-factor IRS test, you can come up and you could just look and say, all right, well, does this fit what they're asking me to do? And then am I actually an independent contractor in this situation? I mean, the government can, now it's extremely rare this would happen, but they could come back and say, look, they were not an independent contractor, they were an employee. And then they could go after back taxes for the, against the employer. I don't really have an opinion on what is better. if you have if you have the choice between one or the other. It's pretty rare you would. Usually the dental practice is going to dictate what type of employment relationship exists. I think it really is situationally dependent. If you are thinking of working as an independent contractor, I would implore you to go meet with an accountant and just kind of set everything up properly. I don't think a tax attorney is necessary for this. Just meet with an accountant, let them know what you need to do, set up the LLC, kind of get everything together so you can maximize your tax deductions and compensation ultimately. If you have any questions about your employment contract or independent contractor agreement, give my law firm a call at the phone number listed below in the description, or you can reach us through our website, ChelleLaw.com. If you thought this video was interesting, please like and subscribe to the channel. We release videos every single day, and I appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.